Good morning, family. Happy Tuesday. Today is April 14th, and it is day 25 of our live 28-day gratitude practice. We got a few more days left, y'all. Few more days. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for your participation. Thank you all for your comments. Thank you all for your feedback. Thank you all for your love. Thank you to friends and family who have shared this practice on social media. I got text messages from family yesterday saying thank you for doing and committing to this practice. So I really, really appreciate uh, folks participating. Um, Feeling a little emotional this morning for some reason. The way that the sun is shining, it's a trick. The sun and the way that it goes about shining always has like an impact on me or um, reminding me of different things. So this morning, as I was sitting on my couch and just kind of settling into my morning, um, it felt like summertime as a kid and, just like being in the house and, preparing for whatever it was that I was going to do that day. But it just totally reminded me of summertime as a kid, which inspired my theme this morning for my gratitudes, for writing out my gratitudes. And I see your comment, Anthony Dart. Thank you for sharing this amazing practice. You are welcome. Before we jump in, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. There are tons of other videos on here, but so far there are also 24 other uh, gratitude practices that you can check out here on my channel, in addition to a number of other videos that I've done over the years. You can kind of see my growth and my perspective and all of that stuff. So subscribe to the channel. It's never too early. It's never too late to hit the thumbs up button. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a like for the video. And if you don't like the video, then give me a thumbs down and tell me why you don't like it. Is there any? Does anybody? And then I'm curious. Do people have any questions at this point? I think I will do an extra video after day 28 just to answer any questions that folks may have. I'll also kind of take out and share with you all some of my old journals from when I've done previous practices and maybe just kind of go through that stuff with you all if anybody is actually interested in that stuff. So share these videos on your social media, share them through text message, share them through email. Let other folks get in on this practice. I think the more we can focus and concentrate on love, on light, on positivity at this time, the better we'll all be. Um, so yeah, share it, share it, share it, share it. Also, if you've never been to my channel before and you're wondering what is this live 28-day gratitude practice, it's actually pretty simple. Every day I read a practice aloud to you all from Rhonda Burns' The Magic. Yes, Rhonda also wrote The Secret. Um, and I read one of these practices, at least one of these practices out loud from the book to you all every day. So the way that this practice is designed, you don't actually need a copy of this book. However, I do recommend adding this book to your library, whether it's your Audible library. This book is available on Audible. I've checked that. Um, you can buy this book at just about any book outlet, Amazon, anywhere that sells books, Barnes and Noble. But I also have a digital copy of this book. So if you are interested in receiving a digital copy of this book, I'm more than happy to share it with folks. All you got to do is shoot me an email address and I'll send it over to you as soon as I can. And then it's also just good to add to your library, I think. So, yeah, let me know if you need a copy. I will very happily send that to you. Um, So yeah, that's what this practice is all about. And I thought it was important for me to do it because my spirit told me to do it. So I try to always be obedient to that. And my inspiration was really just my understanding that energy grows where attention flows. So um, in the midst of this whole shelter in place thing that's going on and all that's going on with our economy and so on, um, I saw an even greater need for more positivity and more love to be shared. And so my spirit instructed me to do this practice, to share this practice live on my YouTube channel. So that's what I'm here doing, being obedient to my spirit. So that said, let's go ahead and jump in. One of the things that we do every single day as part of this practice is we write out our gratitudes every single day. Um, we write our gratitudes inside of our journals, and we write 10 of them every day. And we write why we're grateful for each of those gratitudes. So here we are at day 25. We have now written at least 250 gratitudes. That is powerful. So yeah, what I do is I write mine out before I record the practice for today. And then what I like to do is just share a few of them so that you all know that I'm following along with you. So let me go ahead and share a few of my practices, a few of my gratitudes that I wrote out this morning. And like I said before, my theme this morning for my gratitudes was my childhood. And I just tried to comb back through my childhood and grasp moments that were filled with light for me as a child. So yeah, that's what you'll hear in my gratitudes. So I'll share a few of them. I'm thankful for nostalgic moments because they remind me of my childhood. I'm grateful for memories of shopping in Walnut Creek as a kid because they remind me of magic. When I was a kid, I used to love shopping when I was a kid. Surprise, surprise, the fashion designer loved shopping as a kid. I always knew that in some way fashion would be some part of my life as a kid. I never knew exactly how, but I just knew it would be a part of my life. And one of the reasons being because I loved shopping so much, but it wasn't about like buying stuff per se. For me, it was about I loved going into the stores and seeing how they styled the mannequins and the different emotions that were evoked by the stores that I loved going to. My favorite store as a kid was Limited Two, which is a lot like the Limited Two isn't even around anymore, I don't think, but it's like there's a store now that my daughter likes to shop at called Justice. And there was just a mood in that store, the music that they played, even down to I would notice things like how the store was lit, how they dressed the mannequins and all the colors and how they styled the store. All of those things were so enchanting to me as a kid. And so one of my favorite places to shop was Walnut Creek. So when I was a kid, especially around like Christmas time or, birthdays, maybe family would give me money and stuff like that. So of course I always wanted to go shopping, but I especially loved shopping in Walnut Creek, downtown Walnut Creek, during Christmas time as a kid. And a lot of it was really just window shopping, but there was a mood and it just evoked a moment for me that I've always remembered. And here I am in well into my 30s, and I still remember those moments. They were very important and very inspiring to me. And those are still memories that serve as touchstones for inspiration for me now. As an adult and being a fashion designer, I'm always looking for inspiration and looking for for moods. And so my childhood still inspires a lot of evokes a lot of inspiration for me. So yeah, another one. Mm, I am thankful for Coach Crockett and Coach Stallworth because they taught me valuable lessons and principles that are applicable to life. When I was in high school, I ran track. I'm also thankful for my friends, my very good friends in high school, Katrina and Brandy, because both Trina and Brandy ran track as kids. You know, they would do the summer track thing, and they were both like track stars. And so, of course, they encouraged my sister and I to run track in high school. And my sister and I were not into sports at all. We hated sports. As a matter of fact, when I was in the fourth grade, our teacher called our mom because she we had to play baseball, we had to play softball one day, and she discovered that me and my sister did not have any athletic ability whatsoever. And she was mortified. So Miss J calls our mom, like, I'm really worried about your girls. They don't have any athletic ability whatsoever. I'm worried. What is going on with these girls? And my mom's like, yeah, I'm not surprised. Neither do I. You know, we hated sports as kids. Um, and so, fast forward to ninth grade in high school, we get these friends who encourage us to run track. So we try out for the team, you know, and we start running track our ninth grade year in high school. And was no good at it. We were no good, but you know, it was something to do. It was something productive to do. And so we did that for a couple years. But I will never forget the lessons that my track coaches um, taught me as a teenager, because as I thought back on those memories of being a kid and running track in high school, later on in my life as an adult, it occurred to me like, yo, most of those lessons, if not all of the lessons that I learned, are applicable to life. One of my favorite sayings from Coach Crockett used to say all the time, run hard through the finish line. And he was literally talking about, you know, don't, when you get like the finish line is here, a lot of times what kids would do or what people will do, you know, it's the end of the race, you tired, and then you get close to the finish line and you kind of start to ease up. And his thing was always imagine the finish line beyond where it actually is, because you want to continue to run as hard as possible, full force through the finish line. And that idea, that concept is applicable to life. And that's why I've learned to enjoy running as an adult, because I understand the implications of those lessons on actual life. And so running as an adult now, I jog regularly as part of my workout routine. And I'm constantly, as I'm in my head, going through this. It's a practice in patience. It is a practice in diligence. It is a practice in mental strength. And so I'm always reminded of, you know, the people who inspired me to learn these different techniques and tools and different things that I learned as a kid that are still with me today as an adult. I'm also thankful for Coach Cash. So, ninth grade year, I ran track. 10th grade, I think I ran for like half of the season and then I quit. But I didn't really like running track per se. I wasn't any good at it. And so for me, my focus became just like working out. It was something that I learned to enjoy and appreciate. So my ninth grade year, that summer, we trained with Coach Cash during the summer to just kind of keep us prepped and ready and get us ready for the next track season. And so during that time, you know, Coach Cash taught us um, like bodybuilding, if you will. So we did like a lot of strength training during the summer. And I came out of that summer like with this incredible body. And I still use a lot of those training techniques and things like that till this day. But it just really ingrained in me um, this appreciation for taking good care of my body. It also allowed me to see my body from a different perspective and to learn the different things that I could do. And so that has had a major influence on my life to this day. So, yeah, love and gratitude to all my former coaches and friends and all of that stuff from my childhood. So let's go ahead and jump into our chapter for today. 16 minutes later. Y'all still with me? Okay. So day 25, cue the magic. You want to see the picture? Here's the picture. It's like a production set behind a movie. There's a director's chair, a light, one of those quick things that they do between scenes. Yeah, that's what it is. Day 25, cue the magic. Life is playfulness. We need to play so that we can rediscover the magic all around us. Flora Kaloa, born 1954, writer and therapist. Today's practice, Cue the Magic, is one of my favorite practices because it's a game you play with the universe and it's a lot of fun. Imagine that the universe is friendly and caring and that it wants you to have everything you want in life. Because the universe can't just walk up and hand you what you want, it uses the law of attraction to give you signs and clues to help you receive your dreams. The universe knows you have to feel gratitude to bring forth your dreams, so it plays its part in the game by giving you personal cues to remind you to be grateful. It uses the people, circumstances, and events that surround you in your day as your magic cues to be grateful. It works like this. If you hear an ambulance siren, the magic cue from the universe is to be grateful for perfect health. If you see a police car, your magic cue is to be grateful for safety and security. If you see someone reading a newspaper, it's your magic cue to be thankful for great news. If you want to change the weight of your body, when you see another person with your perfect weight, it's your magic cue from the universe to be thankful for your perfect weight. If you want a romantic partner, when you see a couple madly in love, it's your magic cue to be grateful for the perfect partner. If you want to have a family, when you see babies and children, take the magic cue and be grateful for children. When you pass by your bank or an ATM, it's your magic cue to be grateful for plenty of money. When you arrive home, it's your magic cue to be grateful for your home. And when a neighbor calls in to have a cup of coffee or you wave to them across the street, it's your magic cue to be grateful for your neighbors. If you happen to see one of your material desires on your list, such as your dream house, car, motorcycle, shoes, excuse me, or computer, of course, it's your magic cue from the universe to be grateful for your desire now. When you begin a new day and someone says, "Good morning," you're being given a magic cue to be grateful for the good morning. If you come across someone who is really happy, it's your magic cue to be grateful for happiness. And if you overhear another person saying thank you anywhere at any time, it's your magic cue to say thank you. There are unlimited and creative ways the universe has to magically cue you to be grateful in your day to day activities. You can never misunderstand the magic cue or get a cue wrong because whatever you think a cue is for, you're right. The universe uses the law of attraction to magically cue you. And so you always attract the exact cues that you need to be grateful for in that moment. Cue the magic has become a daily game I play. And with practice, I now automatically see all the magic cues the universe gives me, and I give thanks for every one of them. It never ceases to thrill and excuse me. It never ceases to thrill and amaze me how the universe finds new ways to cue me to set the magic of gratitude into motion. When I receive a phone call from a friend or family member, it's a cue to be grateful for him or her. When someone says, "Isn't it a beautiful day?" it's a cue to be grateful for the beautiful weather where I live and for another beautiful day. If an appliance breaks down, it's a cue to be grateful for all my appliances that are working perfectly. If a plant in my garden is struggling, it's a cue to be grateful for all the healthy plants in my garden. When I collect the mail, it's a cue to be grateful for the mail service and for unexpected checks. When someone says they have to go to an ATM, or I see people in line at an ATM, it's a cue to be grateful for money. If a person I know comes down with a sickness, it's a cue to be grateful for their health and mine. When I open my curtains in the morning and I see the new day, it's a cue to be grateful for the great day ahead. And when I close my curtains at night, it's a cue to be grateful for the great day that I had. To play Cue the Magic today, all you have to do is be alert enough to take 7 magic cues from the universe during the day and give thanks for each one of them. For example, if you see someone with your perfect weight, say, "Thank you for my perfect weight." You can never do too much gratitude. So you can choose to do more, and if you want, you can even try to respond to as many magic cues in one day as you can. If you if you've been following the daily magic practices over the past 24 days, will have reached a point by now where you will be alert enough to notice the cues the universe is always giving to you. One of the many benefits of gratitude's magical power is that it wakes you up and makes you far more alert and aware. And the more alert and aware you become, the more grateful you become, and the more easily you attract your dreams. So, universe, cue the magic. Um, Before we do the review for magical practice number 25, I just want to remind everyone of the joint um, uh, wish that I'm hoping we can all share in together. It's very, very simple, and I'm just asking everyone to make this one of their top 10 wishes. And you'll get to that in day 13 if you've not already done it. And that wish is very, very simple. Thank you for the swift and peaceful elevation of public health and return to daily activity. So if we could all share in that one, I would be very, very, very grateful. That said, let's go ahead and do our review for magic practice number 25. Cue the magic. Number 1, count your blessings. Make a list of 10 blessings. Write why you're grateful. Reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say, "Thank you, thank you, thank you," and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Number 2, today, be alert to what's around you and take at least 7 gratitude cues. I said that funny. Let me say that again. Number 2, today, be alert to what's around you and take at least 7 gratitude cues from the events in your day. For example, if you see someone with your perfect weight, say, "Thank you for my perfect weight." And finally, number 3, just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic word, "Thank you," for the best thing that happened during the day. So today's practice is super, super easy, y'all. Be kind to yourselves. I hope that everyone has an amazing, fantastic, magical, wonderful, magic-filled day. Be sure to share this practice with friends, share it with family, and just be a beacon of light. I think it's much needed in this time. And with that, I hope everybody has a fantastic day. And I will see you all tomorrow for day 26 of our 28-day gratitude practice. I'll see y'all tomorrow, family. Peace.